So let's talk about this one. Because this is
Interesting.
slightly less practical, but 10 times cooler.
Less practical.
Less practical than the GU.
Well, the track can be really challenging, but if you slip up a little bit, there's no margin for error. And you're rolling, there's no trees to stop you. This is a perfect example of having a hooligan vehicle and not being silly about it.
You can have a hooligan vehicle and not be a hooligan.
The Outer Side is proudly supported by Tie Gear. Head to www.tiegear.com to explore the wide range of high-quality camping essentials, including guy ropes, screw-in tent pegs, tie-downs, and heaps more. Tie Gear. Adventure secured. Dog and Gun Coffee. Check out www.dogandguncoffee.com to grab yourself some bloody good coffee ready for adventure.
G'day and welcome to The Outer Side. I'm Tony, and in this episode, I'm joined by Bel Jones. Welcome to the show, mate.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for providing, I would say, the best location I've filmed in to date.
Yeah, right. Oh, well.
We've filmed in some pretty cool places, but this one is spectacular. So for anyone that's listening on audio only, you won't be able to see, but we are in the Central Otago region of New Zealand.
Queensland Lakes.
First New Zealand-based guest. First time I've filmed in New Zealand for the show, which is pretty cool.
Ticked a lot of first boxes this time.
We are going to start with the fast five, so I will ask you 5 questions and you will answer with the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
What is your dream car?
My dream car.
Unlimited budget.
Oh. Actually, I've been thinking about this one, and it's a little bit of a stitch together of what I've already got.
Okay.
I would like to keep the GU.
Yes.
We've spoken about putting an M57 in it because efficiency, power,
all of the
things.
Yes.
Extending it, putting a chain canopy on it because we have 3 kids and a dog, and we go hunting and we film and we have so many beings and stuff. So I love the GU. I don't know. I grew up with patrols, so that's a little piece of my heart that I want to keep close. But just modify it to suit our extended family and activities.
Love it. That would be a sick car. I mean, it's already a cool car, but 3-litre deletion, M57.
I like that. I'm just going to manifest it.
If you got a free plane ticket to anywhere in the world, where would you want to go?
I would like to go. You know what? I've been to Canada. I spent time in the Rockies. I did a snow season over there. I would like to go back there and spend more time.
Hunting time? Hunting
time, road trip time, experience time. Nowhere specific, but just time in the country.
Yeah.
I'd really like to go back there.
I would like to go to Canada also. I've never been there.
Yeah, right. I loved it. I went in 2008, 2009.
Yeah, nice.
I'd also like to go to Greece.
Ah.
It's my mum's Greek Italian, so just go and visit.
Go to the mother country.
Where the ancestry comes from.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I rate that. Favourite band or music artist?
Oh, I've been listening to a lot of Sleep Token.
Yeah.
I like that. If you watch any of the videos that I've put out, I've used it a bit.
Also, big shout out to Jock for getting me onto Sleep Token. He enlightened me a little while ago.
He did as well, but I think it was quite simultaneous. Kieran had just discovered them.
Oh.
And
so maybe Jock is like secretly on an affiliate marketing program with Sleep Token.
Yeah.
There we go. But yes, sick. I'm about it.
Like
if you could be any animal, what would you be and why?
Maybe an eagle.
An eagle? Yeah. Why? Why an eagle?
Because you can fly.
Yeah, that.
Big predator. So nothing's you're not down the bottom of the food chain. You get a sick view all the time.
Amazing. Actually,
and
I
rather
hadn't really thought about that.
Just going, you know what? I want to go check out what's over there. You don't have to.
Yeah. You don't have to walk.
Just cruise over. You can use the thermals.
Do they have any predators?
I would say when they're on the ground in a vulnerable position.
But not in New Zealand, surely. You don't have any.
There's no eagles here. There's hawks and falcons.
No eagles?
No.
Wonder why. Maybe it's too cold for them. Maybe they're a fair weather bird.
There's none here. Like there's no snakes or things that want to kill you. apart from the foliage.
Yeah, the bushes here are so aggressive. So aggressive. What would you eat for your last meal?
Maybe like a really dirty, molten chocolate lava cake.
I
Something that's so rich and chocolatey that I never want to eat chocolate again
well,
in my
you
life.
won't, because it's your last meal.
Yeah.
I like that. I also like when people just say something heaps like rogue, something completely unhealthy and disgusting, because it's like, well, who cares?
Yeah.
What are you saving yourself for?
Nothing.
Anyway, let's talk about you. You're the quintessential outdoors person. The four-wheel driving, the hunting, the fishing, all of the things. And also you make a living from it in terms of content creation. So what got you started? Like, what formed your love for the outdoors? Was it growing up as a kid doing this stuff?
Yeah, so I grew up in Australia. I'm Australian, even though I have lived here for almost my entire adult life.
Okay.
From Perth originally. Moved to Melbourne when I was very small. And we grew up just touring Australia. Our school holidays were on the patrol. We did several trips across to Western Australia because all of Dad's side of the family's there. In our old GQ we did have a fridge.
But you don't now.
I don't have a fridge now.
devolved.
So it's just it's come full circle where I have 2 patrols now and have my own kids. So that was just embedded in me from a young age. And I loved it. Getting out, getting dirty, looking for little critters in the sand or in the mud and just enjoying the outdoors.
That's so sick. And I've seen you've posted some photos over the years of like photos from when you were a kid on some of those trips. And then it's funny to like overlay that with now your photos of your kids in sometimes similar places, you know, like out at Cameron Corner or whatever, and the kids are just in the dirt. It's mad.
They love it. And I guess like try and really have minimal screen time for them. So when we do go to, so that Cameron Corner trip, for example, I think the only time I pulled the iPad out was once at a restaurant because we just needed to discuss what we were filming.
Yes.
That was it. There was no, can I have the iPad? Like needing entertainment. They're so used to just enjoying the environment that they're in, and it's really important now.
It really is, and it's something I've noticed with my daughter as well, like even on a recent camping trip. And we're not big on iPads or anything because she's quite little, but she definitely likes a bit of TV when we're at home. And, you know, if we need to get something done, we will turn the TV on and be like, hey, Miss Money, go watch that. But for like 4 days straight, she didn't grumble. She wasn't like needy. She was just like playing in the dirt with the dog. And it was really cool for me to watch that and be like, she's quite content. Yeah.
I guess at the age that she is as well, you can't just say, go and do a puzzle.
You can't reason with her.
Yeah. The puzzle will be ripped up or
eaten.
it's fed to the dog or in the toilet. So it'll come. Like the self-sufficiency does come.
Yeah, I get it. But I suppose from my perspective, you know, watching people like yourself with slightly older kids than mine and watching lots of my mates with older kids, it's like, it's my one mission, right, is to like get her immersed in this and to be comfortable, I think, outside. I think that's a big benefit for someone like yourself that's grown up doing it. It's just normal, right?
Yeah, there's nothing out of the box. So Zahara, the first time took her out into a backcountry hut, which is far more backcountry than what we've been staying in. She's just 6 weeks old.
Yeah.
We drove there, but all they need is to be fed, warm, shelter, like the basic primal needs. They don't care about anything else.
Also, same for adults. We don't actually need anything, right? We just need to be like fed. We do need to be fed. As we've seen on this particular trip, if the cameramen don't get fed, then people get very grumpy.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you don't need anything, right?
No, just keep it simple.
Yeah. So obviously growing up doing that, you're pretty much destined to, 1, love the outdoors, but 2, also be addicted to Nissan patrols, which, you know, tick and tick. So have you done it your whole life? Was it something like as you grew up you kept wanting to go camping and touring, or did you kind of like veer away from it and come back? Like, is it something that's been constant for you?
Definitely veered away from it. So I moved to New Zealand when I was 19.
Yep.
And I was a snowboard instructor. So my previous life. So
Yeah.
I came over and did that. When I first moved here, I didn't have a car. I didn't even have a laptop. And this is back when I think phones barely had a colour screen. I'm old.
Yeah. Back in our day.
Back in our day. So I veered away from it for a while. Not because I didn't enjoy it. It was just not what I was doing. I
Yep.
chased winters and the snow when I was initially over here. And then it wasn't until I think 2015 when I bought a ute. I used to have a Colorado.
Yep.
And just slowly got back into it.
It's so funny, like, that's definitely the same for me. Like, and I bought my first four-wheel drive in 2015. And I'd camped as a kid, but then teenager, go and get excited by street cars and other silly pursuits. But I find a lot of people, they sort of like lose contact with it and then they really come back to it, eh? That draws
swing
you
back really hard, like, this is who I am.
Yeah, make it your entire identity, which there are much worse things that you could do. So, you know, snowboard instructor, you're still not like sitting behind a computer in an office, right? You were outside and amongst it.
I don't think I've ever had a real job.
Just passions, right?
Yeah, just what I've been interested in, I've turned into my job. So I love skiing and snowboarding. I grew up doing that as well. So going through high school, I thought, I'm going to be a snowboard instructor.
Yeah, mad.
Not very conventional. I had a pretty good education, private school. So being a ski bum wasn't really, on the menu. But I thought I still wanted to do it. And I did it, and I travelled to several countries doing it.
Sick. That's so cool. So from the Colorado, why did you buy Colorado? Was there a need for a four-wheel drive?
If I bought a Ford, I would have been disowned by my mother.
Yes.
So
a fanatical Holden enthusiast?
Yes. She's got 3 HSVs, a Maloo Ute, 427 Walkinshaw, and a GTO Coupe, all black.
Sick.
Some rubbing off here, I guess.
Yeah.
And then she restored a 72 HQ Monaro as well.
4-door or 2-door?
2-door. Red. She's got a 1927 Austin 7 special race car. She's got a workshop. She's built her own workshop garage at home. So I guess even further back from the full driving, I spent a lot of time on a racetrack as a kid with mum racing her historic car. I think she raced cars when she was pregnant with me as well. So
mad.
Probably
it's rubbed off.
Petrol fumes infused into my DNA.
So the fact that you have a heaps rowdy LS GQ right now is probably not altogether surprising.
Yeah, probably makes sense. It's not really that unusual for me.
Yeah.
Probably.
And your mum is obviously a car fanatic, but she was also involved in racing mechanically, is that right?
Yeah, she's one of Australia's first female motor mechanics.
So sick.
Yeah.
What a cool claim to fame, and I guess even still in motorsport in Australia, female representation is so low, right?
Yeah, and she founded an organisation to help support and sponsor women in motorsport as well.
Sick.
So she that was her passion, to get more involvement and to take them seriously.
Yeah, that's so good. So when you bought the Colorado, what was the driver for that? Was that you wanted to go further, you wanted to go off road, or was it just a tool?
Just wanted to get out because, obviously living here.
Yes.
You've seen what we've got to offer, and this is just a speck of what there is.
Of course.
There's only so far that a four-wheel drive Subaru Legacy can get you.
True.
I had a Forester.
It can get a lot of places. It just can't necessarily get back.
Yeah, I'll show you an article. Some guys rented one, made a snorkel out of downpipe, and took it up Macetown. If anyone knows Macetown, there's 27 river crossings on that track.
Yes. Yeah,
and they took the Legacy up there.
I love seeing that stuff. Ryan and I were talking about that yesterday. People just taking you know, like people build these like hectic touring cars to like go to Cape York, and you're going up all these tracks, and then you get there and there's like a forester there, and you're like, oh, I'm lame. Like a stock 2-wheel drive road car is there.
Oh, and the other thing was because I was expecting my first child and just wanted something with more space. We had a big Alaskan Malamute as well, so have him in the back, bit safer, and get out and enjoy this.
And then, so what was the sort of progression with that vehicle? Was it like, I need a car that can go off-road, and then I want a car that's a bit more capable off-road, or was it just that like subconscious draw of a Nissan Patrol that made you buy the GU?
So after having that, the next jump was the GU.
Yeah.
I imported that from Sydney.
Oh, true.
Yeah, because I couldn't find, for what I wanted to spend, I couldn't find anything here that had low Ks, wasn't thrashed, wasn't like some weird Series 2 colorway that was all damaged from the sun and blistering and that. So I saw that one in Sydney. It was when COVID was kind of simmering down but kicking off again.
Yep.
And I thought, I want that car.
Yeah, sick.
So I did the research and got it over here.
Yeah, nice. And just, you know, having known you for quite a few years now, and then sort of looking at some of your content that goes on your Instagram, there's photos of you rowing at the base of big waterfalls, and, you know, obviously lots of hunting, four-wheel driving, fishing. Like, it's just kind of anything that happens outside, right, for you?
Yeah, just I've had a lot of interest. So I was a rower at school.
Yeah.
A job came, and I was part of the Wanaka Rowing Club for a little bit before, like, life just got too hectic to try and do everything.
Yeah.
And a job came through. It was for Nikon. A new lens was coming out. Some people came over from Singapore, I think, or Hong Kong. Got linked up with that, and we took a single scull out to Milford Sound. We put it across this inflatable tender boat, took it out through Milford Sound, and that shot is the base of Stirling Falls.
Epic photo.
Yeah.
Epic photo.
It's cool. Little seals and dolphins.
That is one place I have not been, but I absolutely want to go to.
Yeah.
I've just heard so many people talk about it.
It's very wow. It's wow in any sort of weather.
Yeah.
If it's bucketing with rain, all the waterfalls come out.
Yeah.
If the sun's shining, you get all the cloud and the lights coming through.
Yeah, nice. And I mean, this country is so spectacular in terms of it shoots really well, right? I mean, that's why we're here right now. But yeah, I think for someone who's got an interest in the outdoors and an interest in capturing it, you're in a pretty good place.
Yeah, it's hard to take a bad photo here.
Oh, I've managed to take a few. Don't you worry about that. So I'm really curious at what point the content creation, or like, you know, did you start with photography and then move into video?
Yeah.
So where did that sort of come from?
So I guess going through school, I was always arty. I did photography, and back then we had a dark room at school. We did film. I only did half a year. I think I did another subject halfway through. Did graphic design and art. So that's, my brain works in that way. If you put a spreadsheet in front of me, it's a jumble. I just can't.
Yeah.
So I guess that's just the way that I'm wired. And going back to when I was a snowboard instructor, I went to Canada 08, 09. I tore my meniscus and smashed my back in the same season. And rather than feeling sorry for myself and staying inside and I'm injured, I can't go riding, I just picked up a camera and went out and cruised and took photos of my mates snowboarding, which then progressed into coming back here. I started shooting events and little gigs up the mountain, skiing and snowboarding again. That it's just, I guess that's what I got into, and then got into video after then. The very early YouTube, where it was on, I think I had a Canon 5D Mark II. Yeah. Shooting on that era.
Pivotal point, I remember it very vividly when all of a sudden SLRs for video became a thing and became popular, and it revolutionized the content industry, absolutely. And I know because I was marketing video cameras at the time and people stopped buying them very quickly.
Yeah, so I guess that the slow progression. I have no formal education in photography or video other than the 6 months of film photography I did at school. So it's all been self-taught. And then I guess coming into four-wheel driving, that all tied in. So I've been doing this since 2008 when I started. Got the Colorado in 2015, and that was the very early Instagram product partnership sort of era of things kicking off. And STEDI was the first company that I had anything to do with in the full drive scene. Yeah, I emailed them, had an awesome chat with Eddie, and basically pitched them the landscapes. I said, if you're selling into New Zealand, like Kiwis want to see
Kiwi content.
Yeah. I guess because I was also seeing other brands market into New Zealand, and it's red sand and gum trees, and it's just not. It's a bit detached for us. I thought the people want to see this because it is insane what we have to offer. So STEDI was the first brand that I got on board when I had the Colorado.
And you're still working for them 10 years later.
That was 10 years ago. Oh, that was a little bit later, maybe more like 2017, 18.
Still a long time ago.
Yeah, it was quite a while ago, but not formally employed up until 2 years ago. It was
sure. How
casual.
much of your 6-month photography course and darkroom and printing photos do you think any of that sort of like fundamental training helped you, or is it really just time behind the camera and experimenting?
It's time.
Yeah.
I think even now people who are interested in getting into it and say, what gear should I get? What course? What did you do? And I honestly, whatever you can get your hands on, practice with that. Just go out and do it. If you're wired to read and you need to absorb the information and understand how it works, cool, do that. But you're not going to learn unless you're out there and figuring out, what does the ISO do? What happens if the aperture's wide open? What happens if it's closed down? What happens if I shoot into the light, against the light at this time of the day? You can't learn that on paper.
No.
You just go and do it.
Yeah, and I think also there's part of it where you either kind of have it or you don't, right? Like, people talk about having the eye for it. Like, there are people that have the eye for it and there are people who do not have the eye for it, right? And then if you've got some sort of creative leaning, then it's just practice and time, right?
Yeah, I think, I don't want to sound like up myself or anything. I think it felt natural. Creating a scene feels natural to me. That's not arrogant at all. That's just, it's just what it is, right? Yeah, rather than trying to be like, oh, like rule of thirds and where are the leading lines? Like, it just... Yeah, it just looks... I go with what feels right.
Does it look good?
Yeah.
Like, does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, if you film this and your horizon is unintentionally off and you're framed in the bottom corner... Yeah, that's a bad shot.
That is a personal pet hate of mine. Just make the horizon straight, people.
It's either intentionally like framed it this way because it's energetic and there's dynamic behavior behind it, or you just get the little line and line it up. Why is the horizon through the person's eyeballs?
Did you have any kind of like mentors or people that sort of helped you with the content side of it?
So my dad was also very much into photography. He's got a photography business. He was...
Oh, okay. So he's just like mildly into it.
Yeah. I guess I just like ramped that up really.
He doesn't mind taking a photo, also may or may not have a photography business.
Yeah,
good.
Well, I guess I was going to like circle back on that. He was in corporate business in his previous life as well. Is still involved with that on a board for an advertising agency in Australia. So it's all tying in, and has a boutique African safari company where he takes clients to go and take photos of animals in Africa.
Of course he does. A boutique African safari company.
Travel. So if you ever want to go to Africa,
I want to go to Africa right now.
Yeah,
I've never been there.
I have the man to chat to you. So yeah, he's very much technical data. He will understand how the camera works way more than me. I'm just like, I know how to make the shot look good.
Yes.
Fiddle with it.
Yes.
But he's the data brain. So he actually gave me my first camera. He upgraded his.
Yep.
Because he was going on the safaris and taking friends and clients over to Africa. So I got his hand-me-down, and that's what I started shooting on.
So good. So good.
So in answer to your question, yes.
Yeah.
Strong yes.
Pretty. Yeah, that checks out. That would be a handy resource, particularly I suppose if, you know, as you said, he's got that like more technical leaning. You can mine him for information. Hey, when I did this happened. Why is that? You know, like I guess the interaction of the different inputs into the camera. I find that quite fascinating too. Like I'm definitely not a photographer, but when I was working at Sony, I had our like training guy who's a phenomenal photographer in his own right, and that's how I learned how to use an SLR, because I was like, dude, what are the buttons I got to push on this thing to make it look good? And you know, he was really good for me as a resource to just go, hey, why is this happening? Oh no, you need to do this in that situation. And like, oh, okay.
People who read manuals.
Yeah, fully.
I will get to the first page of the manual and be like,
I can 100% confidently say I have never read a manual for a camera, and I've had many cameras, but it's always good to be able to ask someone much
I still keep
smarter.
them. Why am I keeping that?
No, that goes straight in the bin, hey. That stays in the box for me as it makes its way straight into the bin. And then I sit there going, oh, if only I knew how to use this thing. If only there was some resource.
There was a lot of free resources on YouTube.
Yeah, I was sort of going to ask about that as well. Do you think... Okay, let me rephrase this. There's a lot of resources out there for people now. YouTube tutorials and, you know, sort of blogs and all that sort of, I don't know, blogs, maybe I'm old, but I think blogs are still a thing.
Yeah.
Do you think it's good that there's so much information out there about like how to use SLRs, how to record video? Like, do you think that's a good thing?
Yeah, I think it's a good thing, because it just means that for whatever someone has available to them in terms of a camera, you can just punch it into YouTube and say, how do I make a 30-minute video off my iPhone?
Yes.
Someone would have made a video about that. How do I direct and shoot and cut a 6-part series? I'm sure someone has made a video about that.
Undoubtedly.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm yet to type anything into YouTube and not get a result.
Yeah. No, I think it's a great thing.
Yeah. I agree. I think it's cool that more people are taking an active interest in making quality imagery. Like, not for a job or anything, but just for their own self-satisfaction. And I think it's, you know, you would feel it, I know I feel it, and anyone who has any kind of creative leaning, it's like how proud someone is when they capture a really cool image and they want to show people and be like, look at this, and it's like, oh, you know, like, I think that's cool. And the less like shitty, out of focus, wonky horizon imagery out there, the better for me.
But on the flip side of that is, when you see that, or when you supplied that, it's like, how did you take such a bad photo? There is so many resources and so much content about how to take a good photo. How is that not sharp?
Yeah.
I can't use this.
Yeah, I get it. Although, you know, as someone that records video for a podcast, I've pretty much screwed up everything, and I've like been around imaging for a long time, so I should know better.
Yeah. Maybe we should delete this section, because I shoot a lot, and there's a lot of stuff that I look through when I'm editing. I'm like, what was my brain doing when I took that shot?
We will 100% not be cutting this section out, because a bit of raw honesty is fantastic.
But I don't deliver that. I wouldn't send that over and be like,
you don't give it to the client.
Look at this epic shot that's really crooked and soft.
That is reassuring, given that I am technically your client right now.
Yeah.
So
I'm not going to give you
if we can have no wonky horizons or out of focus shots, that would
Maybe
be
I should
fantastic.
just sneak one in there, or just zoom it in so that the horizon just something a little bit funky.
We lost a lot of resolution for that frame. It's like cropped in 10 times.
Boom.
Yeah. So I guess, you know, you were at the right place at the right time in terms of, you know, you were talking about when Instagram sort of started, and like, hate to say it, but influencer marketing and like...
I'm a photographer, video. I'm will
No,
not
but
take the influencer.
No, I'm not calling you an influencer, but I also like the fact that anyone that I suggest is an influencer disputes that. No one wants to be called that. I guess alternate ways of brands creating content for marketing, I think is really what I'm talking about, because having worked in marketing for a long time, because I too am old, watching the progression where like in the past it would be, all right, well, let's go to an agency to create assets. And now it's like, no, there's this person doing amazing stuff and there is a fallow. Sorry, please hold.
Yeah.
Sorry, people. We're just we're on a property here that is littered with deer, and one just decided to cruise past. And
Morning stroll.
might just say that that deer is quite lucky that he's on this hill and not the hill over there, or his day might.
Well,
end
they
a
would
little
have
differently.
driven a couple of k's and they're looking for the deer, and
we're just sitting here, and the
I
deer.
do have my bow in the car.
That's a long shot for a bow.
That we would lose 4 hours immediately.
Yeah, of you crawling on your belly over through that really, really spiky scrub.
Yeah, it's not a good time.
Is that not, just as a massive deviation in the conversation, is that not like the best example of just sitting and waiting when you're hunting, and not just like walking and trying to find animals?
100%. Yeah, just let them come to you.
Yeah, very cute.
And we're not being particularly quiet here.
No, we're not. You were at the right place in the right time in terms of the intersection of that sort of content. You're already doing the outdoor stuff. Your love for the four-wheel drive is like coming back, and then, I mean, the four-wheel drive industry has exploded in the last 10 years.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I think it was good timing for you in terms of being able to build like quite a successful career doing that. And now, even though you are technically Australian, you're not. You're a Kiwi. You sound like a Kiwi. You live in New Zealand, and everything you own is black. So the All Blacks thing is like, it's got into you whether you like it or not.
Green on today.
Yeah, whatever. But you know, you're so well known in Australia in marketing circles, in the outdoor community. Like, so many people that I know and work with already know who you are. So I think you've done a really good job of helping to cement not only your own reputation, but also to promote New Zealand.
Yeah.
We're here shooting content for GME. So there's, I think you've done a really good job, and it's great to see, especially for a girl, because like it's such a heavily male-dominated industry, right?
It is, but I guess because of my upbringing, it's just not really a thing.
Gender
to me.
is irrelevant.
It's
and
not.
It is, like, it is totally irrelevant.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want to do, right?
But it's just never been something that feels like a roadblock to me.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't care. Like, if you want to do it and you can do it, go and do it.
If I want to be a ballerina, I couldn't be a ballerina. I'm really clumsy.
I mean,
I'm a bit heavy-footed.
If you really wanted to.
Yeah, I think I'm okay.
Maybe not at a professional level.
As a 40-year-old clumsy man, I don't think ballet is the right move for me. But maybe as a youngster.
Depends on your perspective of it. If you just...
my perspective is pretty clear on that one. I'll stick to things that I am slightly better at. But yeah, I think that's so good. And obviously having your mum as a role model, being like, I'm going to become a mechanic. I'm going to go race cars because I want to.
Just get out and do it.
Whether it's acceptable or, whether, girls don't do that. It's like bullshit.
Oh, I've definitely felt it through this industry, and also the photo industry as well. That's also really heavily male-dominated industry. And why? I think it's an intimidation or jealousy and insecurity that comes behind it. And if that's the attitude that I get from people, it's immediately like, that's okay. We are not going to be friends.
Yeah.
Thank you for showing me that I don't need to spend time investing in wanting to hang out with you.
Yeah, I think it's great, and particularly from a content perspective, because you can get like a different perspective. Like, men and women see things differently. They think differently, right? So I think it's a cool, I guess, contrast in a lot of ways. But it's just that's what I love about the outdoors community, is that it is like very gender neutral, not in like a weird 2025 way, but like anyone can get amongst it, right? You don't have to be like big and strong to drive a four-wheel drive.
No.
Like in a lot of respects, I think girls are actually better behind the wheel of four-wheel drive because generally speaking, they have a bit more mechanical sympathy and they can be a little bit more considered in their approach. Some girls. I don't know if I should say this because we're still out here, but I'd just like to point out that you have broken a car on this trip and I have not broken a car. So I'm going to take that as a win for me.
I don't know. The car broke when I was behind the wheel.
You broke it.
I just went to stop.
So, do you want to tell us what happened to this little GQ? He's fine now. He's working great now. But what happened the other day?
So we were filming on this ridge that the viewers can't see over here, and we just went to, it was a little bit of an uphill, went to stop for some reason. I can't remember what it was about now.
Just pulling up, yeah.
Yeah, my brain just went, pa, alarm bells, and my foot went straight to the floor. And I thought, that's weird. Like, and the car was off, and so that should be hard. And I turned it back on. I was like, no, it's my foot still going back to the floor. So I handbrake and in gear, jumped out, and it's just a small waterfall of brake fluid.
Yeah, it wasn't like what you'd call like weeping. It was pouring out of the car. So just for a little bit of additional context, the particular ridge that we were on, I think at the time we were at about 1,400 metres elevation. And there's quite steep drop-offs in most every direction. We've also driven some like, not difficult tracks, but highly consequential
high consequence
tracks. So where your car decided to delete its brake line was the best possible place.
Yeah.
Could have been a really, really ugly situation if that had happened.
Yeah, I'm glad I discovered that. Even driving over to meet you guys at the airport on
the highway. On the highway.
That would have been, I think, equally as bad.
Yeah, look, in your defence, it wasn't something that you did, as in you did something stupid and the car broke. It literally just snapped the brake line in half for fun.
It just went, you know what, this is...
I've had enough.
I don't know, someone's watching over me, the universe, whatever you want to call it.
If it's not your time.
It just went, you know, today, this is where you're going to stop.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of old four-wheel drives. Also heavily modified four-wheel drives, right?
Yeah, just...
So speaking of heavily modified four-wheel drives, you've obviously still got the GU, and it's got a lot of gear on it. It's definitely like the camping rig, the exploring rig. But you have another Patrol which is sitting behind us here. So let's talk about this one. Because this is
interesting.
Slightly less practical, but 10 times cooler.
Less practical?
Less practical than the GU. It's a two-seater shorty.
Yeah.
So you're talking about all the living beings that you need to transport around the country. This would not be that vehicle.
No, this is the two-human vehicle and dog.
Yeah. And I don't know, I would say like a hood rat car. It's noisy. It's on trips. It's very cool. I'm not being mean in any way. I love this car. But what was the reason for this one?
So I was sifting on Marketplace for a R8 tourer wagon, an HSV, and I found one, and it was high case. I was like, oh. But I really wanted a V8. I wanted something that was loud and a little bit silly and fun to drive. And then this appeared on Marketplace, and it used to be red and gold. We wrapped it black. It's got V8 in it, and I thought, I really want the wagon, but this has got the V8 in it, and I could go in way cooler places than the supermarket parking lot that the wagon would go. Anyway, I showed Kieran and I chatted to him. I thought, should I get it? And he's like, usually there's one financially responsible, normal thinking person in a relationship.
Not this one.
It just doesn't exist in this one. It's like if you want to go and get something, just...
It's like mutual enablement.
Yeah. The rule is just don't complain about being financially strained in other areas if you are going to go and buy something silly.
Yeah, if we're going to be broke, we need to be broke and happy.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, I saw it. I showed a couple of people who all said yes. I think my mate Mike said, if you don't buy it, I'll buy it. I thought, well, I don't want anyone else to have it.
Yeah.
And we were about to go to Stewart Island on a hunting trip offline for 8 days. And the guy who owned this was not going to hold it. It's like, if you want it, you need to get it. So I had the cash available and I thought, you know what? All right, had someone go around and check it out and they're like, yeah, it's sweet. And yeah, I bought it unseen, just trusted who went and checked it out for me. And then, yeah, Mike actually ended up driving it down from Auckland for me while I was away.
Oh, so it's a North Island car
Yeah,
originally.
it was up in the North Island. I hadn't seen it. I hadn't sat in it. I've seen videos of it doing silly things, sounding amazing, and I just thought I need to have this car. And
yeah, no, I totally relate to that.
yeah, and I also, I guess in a business sense, because I already was shooting and in the four-wheel drive industry, I saw it as another tool to use.
Yeah, something different, right? Like another car, another kind of like aesthetic.
Yeah.
I would say your GU is like very nice. This is like obnoxious, and I love it. I think it's fantastic. But yeah, it's a different vibe, right?
Yeah, totally different vibe. And then I kind of deliberated over what color to wrap it, like Tiffany blue or like Nardo grey pink shift wrap and all these silly things. But I thought,
and then black.
well, just it's timeless.
Yeah,
you can't overshoot black. Like a teal car there's only so much you can do with that in a marketing sense or in your own personal sense as well. It just gets a little bit, unless that's your identity.
Yeah,
I just wanted a nice blank canvas.
I get it. I get it. But I've also owned multiple black cars, including a black four-wheel drive, and I've sworn to myself that I will never inflict that punishment on myself again. I really like my cars clean. Black cars, just you just don't even try.
Yeah, I don't try. I've got this one's wrapped, and the sun has eaten it in 2 years, which I'm not too fussed about it, because if you look at it from far away and it's covered in mud, it looks like a black car.
And
It
looks great on camera anyway.
Yeah, and the GU is spotless under the bush wraps.
Oh, it's got bush wraps on it?
Yeah.
Do you rate that?
100%.
Yeah.
It means pushing through this Matagari and rose hips. I'm not going.
Yeah, just these. we mentioned this already, but these bushes, like, they're not. You probably can't see that on camera, but they are so aggressive.
There's no animals to kill you here, so the plants will.
The plants make up for it. This place is so different to anything we have in Australia. Like, we have the high country, we have the Alpine National Park and Kosciuszko, but I think just the scale of it here is on another level, right?
Yeah, it's big and dramatic. Here is dramatic, but depending on different parts of the country, like Milford Sound, that is very dramatic. Sheer drop down into the ocean.
Postcard stuff, hey? And what's the sort of mix of work that you're doing? Like, are you doing a lot of work for Australian four-wheel drive companies? Are there New Zealand companies that you do work for? Is there much of a like four-wheel drive industry in terms of based in New Zealand, or is it mostly imported stuff?
Do you mean for me personally?
Yeah,
the work that I do is STEDI and RUNVA.
Yeah, so Australian stuff, but they're obviously selling into New Zealand, so that localised content would help.
Yeah.
And is there much of a four-wheel drive industry in New Zealand?
It's growing. I think it's definitely 10 to 15 years behind Australia. We've also got a really small population. Our population is about the same size as Melbourne.
Yeah.
Distributed across... People think New Zealand's really small, but if you overlay it on a map of Australia, it's long.
Yeah, it's really long.
It's pretty big, but there's so much vastness here. So the market and the industry is smaller, but it definitely still exists. And it is getting more and more accessible for the likes of STEDI and Repco.
Yep.
Brad with his cold start business, and other little physical entities that are popping up, so that it's not just buying something online.
Yeah.
You can
Touch it. Yeah.
You can sit in it. We've had the 4x4 Expo. It's pretty new the last couple of years. That grew quite a lot since the last year, the Christchurch one anyway. I've only been to one show, but it was really neat seeing, I guess, the four-wheel drive community and support behind it. So it's definitely growing.
GME was there, right?
Exactly. You had a massive presence there.
Yeah, and I haven't managed to get over for one of those shows yet just because of other commitments. But looking at the next sort of 12 to 24 months, it's absolutely something we'll continue to do. So what do you sort of see in terms of like the future of the four-wheel drive community here? Do you think it's going to continue to grow? Do you think there's more people coming in and it's getting more sort of recognised?
Yeah, I think it will only continue to grow, but I guess the challenge in that is to not let it get out of control in a sense that it's abused or the landscapes are abused, because the issue is that when more people want to do it, it puts more pressure on the environment and the resources that we have, and the urge to do silly things and broadcast it is also a thing as well, which then puts us even more in the spotlight of four-wheel driver, you're a dero, you're ripping up the terrain, close it off. And I think I feel really protective of that. I don't as much. It's really hard because I want to share this. I love that you've come over. We've talked about it for years. I'm so stoked that it came together. But there's a little voice in the back of my head that says, like, protect this place. You don't want to, not that you're going to, but more eyes that are on the place.
Tony, can you not promote what we've got over here? Well, unfortunately, that's kind of the whole point.
You know what I mean?
You got a marketing guy whose job is to tell people about stuff, and you're like, shh.
But we're doing it in the smart way. We're not going up.
We're not trashing anything.
Trashing the place. That's what I mean.
Yeah, I get it.
Like, not having it showcased in a way that is going to be detrimental and increase that. You're always going to have people that are going to
humans.
be human. But I guess to carry the story of respect and being smart with the place, so that my kids can have a silly car and use it and not get pulled up. Because I think this is a perfect example of having a hooligan vehicle and not being silly about it.
You can have a hooligan vehicle and not be a hooligan.
Yeah.
I think, and you can have a stock vehicle and be a hooligan. So yeah, I'm with you, and I couldn't agree any more strongly with what you're talking about, because it's something that we talk about a lot on this show, and we talk a lot about in the industry and in the community back home. The more people that get into four-wheel driving, the better. I love it. I think it's the greatest thing ever. It gives me so much enjoyment. I have had the most phenomenal experiences because of having a four-wheel drive and being able to go to amazing places. So I want other people to experience that, but I want them to do it in a respectful manner, and we all want to keep doing it, right? And I think that's the thing. It's like, if there's one message that I want people to take away from this show, it's like, go and get outside, go and explore, go and do cool shit, but just be conscious of the impact that you're having whilst doing it.
I think it's creating that culture of respect and longevity.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just, if you have a four-wheel drive, you don't just buy it for one trip and go out and trash the place and you're like, I'm never going to do that again.
Yeah.
But that's what's going to happen if you have that attitude of trashing it. It is going to get to a point where you aren't going to ever do it again if you have that mindset. So why come out here and be silly about it?
Yeah.
Even, the huts. This is obviously a private hut, but there are so many beautiful backcountry huts that are maintained by that are dock huts, but the everyday person and their mates, they refurbish them. They're looking after the huts. There's some really cool, there's the Backcountry Huts Trust, epic group of people who come out and just, on their weekend off or time off, they'll come out and do the hut up.
Yep.
The hut needs doing up because of, obviously, exposure to the elements, but people coming in and kicking a hole in the door.
Yeah.
Why?
Like,
leaving all their beer cans,
so,
trashing it.
Just for anyone back home, so DOC is Department of Conservation.
Yes.
So that's like similar to national parks, is it?
Yeah, public land. Obviously, it's not private land.
Yes, yes. And what's you've done a lot of travel in Australia, obviously as a kid, but then more recently you've done travel over there with Fall Drive 24/7, with other content stuff that you've done. What's the sort of setup here in terms of access to public land four-wheel drives? Have you got like pretty good access?
So yesterday when we went up the top track there, and it had the DOC sign with the area, and it'll have, I guess, restrictions of no campfires, or you can't bring dogs, or you can't hunt, or this track will take this long to this location. So they're all more or less listed on the DOC site, and you can check out what the track is, because there are some that are strictly hiking tracks.
Yep.
Or you can drive in there.
Dry weather only tracks?
Dry weather only tracks. There's information on there. It's not like daily updated, so it might be. Sandflies.
They're hectic here. Right?
There's good information on there for what you can and can't do on them.
Even the tiny little snippet I've seen on this trip, like it seems pretty good, like well-maintained tracks.
Yeah, seasonal as well. There's a lot of tracks in Canterbury that cross and go up riverbeds that if we've had a heavy downpour,
undrivable.
You cannot get in there. You will get swept away.
Yeah, you will die.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. So it is very weather dependent as well.
And what's the sort of what are the four-wheel drive options in this country? Like obviously there's heaps of like alpine high country sort of trails and stuff, but do you have like hardcore four-wheel drive tracks, like some of the stuff that you've driven over in Australia in a certain 200 series, for example? You were showing me last night with a front wheel like 4 meters off the ground.
Yeah,
is there anything like that stuff here?
Yeah, so a trip that we recently, I say recent, it was about 3 months ago. It's called the Chasm on the West Coast. That was, I think the track's 10 or 15k long.
Mm-hmm.
It took us 20 hours.
Yes.
That was a challenging track. It was wet and boggy, and you need the right gear to get through. We were also chasing a rainstorm to cross the Grey River, because if it poured down at the head of the river and the river rose, we wouldn't have been able to cross it. It was pretty hectic. West Coast offers some pretty gnarly tracks, wet, muddy. Here, there are tracks where it's very exposed and high consequence. It's not so much that the track, the track can be really challenging, but if you slip up a little bit, there's no margin for error, and you're rolling. There's no trees to stop you here.
So if, for example, you parked a Land Cruiser on the top of a really tall mountain and then got out to be an idiot and your car started rolling down the hill, that would be bad.
It would be bad. The only thing that would stop it would be the river at, I think we're about 1,300 metres, and I think the river is about 500.
Yeah, Ryan and I were trying to calculate how many times the vehicle would roll before it got to the bottom, and it was in the hundreds.
Yeah.
So just to explain a little bit more of what happened. So I'm currently borrowing a very dear friend of mine, Benji's Troopy. So he very graciously lent me that car for the week. And doesn't have a working handbrake because it's a Land Cruiser, and even when it's in gear, it still moves, as we discovered yesterday. And it just so happened that we were at the top of a very, very tall mountain when it started rolling down the hill.
It wasn't even much of a hill that it was parked on either.
No, but not far behind it was a pretty significant hill.
Yeah. A lot of hill. I don't know if by that point Shani's Troopy would have stopped it.
Yeah, it might have just been two troopies becoming one. But yeah, I guess that's the point. And for me, this is unusual for me, this kind of driving. And it's definitely like I'm paying attention, right?
Yeah,
Because
it's
you don't
very
want
exposed.
to screw up.
Yeah.
Yeah, super cool. My last line of questioning for this interrogation, hunting. Where did that start? Was that something that you were exposed to as a youngster, or did it only start when you were over here in New Zealand?
No, I wasn't exposed to any of that when I was young. Mum used to take us to the rifle range to shoot 22s.
Yeah.
So that was about it for
Yeah, but you were around firearms, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. But it wasn't, I had an interest in it when I was here. But I guess doing so many other things, it was just another thing to get into. And because I was so inexperienced to go to have a firearm and then go hunting, like what do I do? Who am I meant to go with? So it wasn't actually until Kieran and I got together and he introduced me to it.
Yeah.
As he's a very keen hunter, as you have seen.
Yes, passionate.
Yeah, very passionate hunter. Every stop is some fella over there.
I love it. Yeah, we're like setting up a shot and he's just in the car with the binos, just glassing them out. And I love it.
Yeah. So yeah, I got a very deep dive crash course into hunting. I think one of the first hunts we went on was not too far away from here, through scrub and Matagari and rosehip, far more dense than that, and the terrain was probably resembled that peak over behind you there, very rocky, very bluffy.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. So it was
challenging.
It was that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was no soft entry into it. It was
straight in the deep end.
Yeah. But so I think if I was going to be put off, it would have been by that.
Yeah.
And
that was like your gatekeeper trip.
Yeah.
Like, maybe he was testing you if she can do this. Then she's a good one.
Just try to kill me on the first
And
time.
I would venture to suggest that you've well and truly fallen in love with hunting yourself.
Yeah, I think it just adds another layer to what I was already doing.
Yeah.
And why not? This land is so rich and bountiful in, I'm not going to say free food, because it is an expense to get out here.
Yep.
And it is very, very hard work. But the other thing is that the mountains don't care who you are, what mood you're in, how bad your week has been, if you're tired, whatever's going on, like they're there, the weather's there, and it's a good just core primal wake up call.
And those mountains will be there long, long after we are gone.
Yeah. It's a good reset. Just to go offline. I mean, I can't really say offline because we had the Starlink here. But
we don't need to tell anyone that there's a
we're
Starlink
working.
Here. Yeah.
No, we don't always take that with us. That was special case for you guys. Yeah, but it's just bringing it back to basics and a brain refresher. And I say that it's not all unicorns and rainbows.
No.
I get very angry and frustrated.
And cold and
wet off it. Got into bow hunting this year, which is like the most amazing and frustrating thing I think I've ever done in my life.
Mm-hmm.
The amount, I don't know how many hours or Ks I've covered and mucked up in the last 30 seconds, and it's all over. It's gone. And again, the animals don't care who you are.
Yeah.
The mountains don't care how many miles you've walked.
Yeah. How long you've been crawling on your belly through spiky bushes. It's like bad luck.
Yeah.
Try again.
I think it's a good reminder that the stuff back home is not that hard. Yeah. And the obvious byproduct is fantastic free range meat, which we have eaten a lot of in the last couple of days. I think
let me
that's
tell
all
you.
I've eaten. I think all I ate yesterday was venison, some rice cakes, and chocolate.
And some beef.
Oh yeah, those ribs.
Yeah. We were talking last night about how many different animals we consumed yesterday. There was quite a few
Oh yeah.
different
Oh,
types.
it's ham.
There was
ham wrap.
ham.
Yep.
Yep. There was lots of sausages in the morning.
Yeah.
So it was all the
It
meats,
was
but
meat.
also like multiple deer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Selection.
it's so fantastic, and like the life that you live, and of course it is not all sunshine and rainbows. I get that, but you know, having known you for a while and watching the life that you live, I'm like, it's so inspirational for me that you don't just like shoot the content and then go back to like inner city life. You live and breathe the outdoors, and you're living it, right?
Oh, 100%. I also only share a fraction of what we actually do, because I guess from spending so much time as a photographer and videographer over the years, I got to a point where every outing felt like a job.
Yeah.
Whether or not it was actually a job. If it's actually a job and that's my focus, that is my focus. But it was trying to juggle that and enjoying the outdoors.
Yes.
And it was pulling me in two different directions of what I was trying to enjoy. And it was taking away from my experience,
Yes.
because I thought, I've got to get the shot. Like, this is a sick shot. Going up on that ridge, just... Kieran has been in front of the camera so much. He's used to it now.
Yeah,
like on
yeah.
this trip, is just stop, start, go this way, there.
Yeah.
So he knows how it works. But I guess in the last probably 2 years, I've just wanted to be in the moment more and
Love it.
immerse myself. I've shot so much more on my phone and GoPro than setting up shots, because I want to remember what I'm doing. I don't want to be experiencing it through a screen.
I love it, and I also am the same. I want to, like, because so much of my job is focused around capturing content for marketing, and I have an interest in it, but like just not doing that is also really cool. Like going and driving a 4-wheel drive track and not filming it, going out and walking around in the hills and not worrying about taking a camera or filming it or sharing it or doing anything, but just doing it because it's nice to do it.
Yeah.
And I think for everyone, it's just like focus on why you're doing it, right?
Just like chill on the content
not
creation.
everything is content.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, if you got a job and you need to do it, then do it. But like, not every trip.
Yeah.
I mean, but I guess it also depends on your lifestyle and where you live, because if you do live in the city and your job requires you to shoot content when you're out, then it's a bit hard to go, oh, well, I'm just going to enjoy it and not shoot the content.
Yeah, I get
It's finding that balance. But we are very lucky here where, you know, this is, 2 hours from home, but another potential location, it's 20 minutes from home. It's there.
Well, let me just say this. We've been talking for many years about shooting content over here, and now we're doing it. And it has been everything that I hoped it would be. It's been absolutely bloody epic. So I dare say that won't be the last time we do it.
Oh, it's very cool to hear. There was a lot of, I don't want to say stress, but I was very conscious of making it live up to what it should.
Well, I think you are doing a fantastic job of not only creating amazing content for the outdoors industry, but also being a little bit of an advocate, I guess, for people in Australia to come over here and experience this. And I would say 100% people should come over here more. We were talking about it yesterday. It's closer than Perth.
Yeah.
Like I'm literally 3.5 hours from home at the moment, and it doesn't feel like it. It feels like I'm on another planet. Is there anything that you want to do in New Zealand that you haven't done yet? Is there an animal that you want to hunt? Is there a track or an area that you want to explore? Is there something that's still like on that bucket list that you want to tick?
Yeah, I want to get myself a trophy stag, fellow buck, tar and chamois with the bow.
Oh my God.
Yeah. This is like, you know, it's probably going to take me 6 years.
You'd still be doing all right. So just to zero in on one point there. So tar, that's that weird goatee sheep looking thing that lives at the top of the highest, steepest mountains, and you want to shoot one with a bow.
I do. I have shot one with the rifle at 600 yards.
Just a subtle flex. Yeah, no worries.
But after spending time with the bow, I think that same sense of achievement will not be felt by shooting it with the rifle again. I have put so much work into getting close to animals and it falling apart. So when it comes together, that is going to be a real, like, I'll probably cry in happiness and surprise and everything that comes with it. But yeah, that's turned into, it was going to go either one of two ways. It was either going to go, this is really stupid, why am I doing this? Or I'm so damn determined to make it come together.
This is now my entire identity.
That I just like blindly focused on making it happen. So yeah, I would like to do that.
Just tick off 4 trophy species all on bow.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your time. I've really enjoyed sitting down and talking to you, and I've absolutely enjoyed you showing us just a little snapshot of your country, and I look forward to doing more of it.
Yeah, thank you. I'm so stoked that you come over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, to hear experiencing it and like just getting the real taste for it as well. Considering what we're doing, I think there's been some nice little elements of actual reality in it.
And we're not done yet. Oh, thanks again, Bel.
No worries.
And we'll see all of you next time on the outer side.